Hey guys, it's C from Coin Traders, and it is Friday, March 2nd at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Today I'm going to be doing some technical analysis on Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold, just to see where they may be headed in the coming days to get an overall perspective of how they're trading and what style they're trading at. So let's jump right into it. As you can see, I have Bitcoin Cash up first, and I have some technical analysis lines already drawn on here. It is currently trading at $1,258, and it looks to me like it is consolidating. It's kind of in a wedge, like a lot of the other cryptos that have been consolidating for some time, looking to break out or break down. So let's jump in and examine this from a better perspective. As you can see, I have some Fibonacci retracement levels up and lines already drawn. It is still consolidating from last year in December when it made its run up. I believe it went into Coinbase or something like that. I kind of remember it went into Coinbase and there was some insider trading or something, but it did have this monster run up when it was announced, and a lot of people took profits. It says that it was at the 6,200 level was its high. I currently remember it going to 10,000, but maybe that was Binance or Coinbase. I don't know. It was a while ago. But anyhow, they did take profits, and it has been consolidating in this wedge channel, as you can see here. Let me just draw another channel so we can get a better perspective of a channel. So there we go. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so it's kind of in this channel, as you can see. It dropped down right here. See it pop down. It's making these hockey stick bearish wedges and breakdowns. I can draw each one of them just so you see the bearishness, how it's been. We call these hockey sticks. And it's still kind of just a bearish consolidation. It needs to break out. To be a bull, bulls want to see this break out above the $1,627 level. It did go test this little uptrend support from breakout. The breakout was back in November. It broke out, came and put a topping tail on there. People took profits right away. That might have been another announcement if it went on Binance or something like that, and this one might have been Coinbase. Anyhow, it is trading in this down channel wedge, and it possibly might have found support for a second test at that level of $748. That's kind of when cryptos hit a bottom, trading back in February 6th. It kind of hit bottom and is now kind of been consolidating for a small move higher. It is still bearish intermediate, and the bulls want to see this pattern develop. This could be considered a small inverse head and shoulders, but if you've watched my last videos, I do like to see this shoulder higher than this shoulder, as I've seen it play out a lot better. But I did draw this trend line right here so you could see, which it could be the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder, but it would need to pop right around this $1,450 level and eventually get past this $1,589, which coincides with this little high right here. Where it found the channel top. It does need to break out that. Bulls want to see that broken. From there, if it does break, we could see something like this little cup and handle with a pop out, and it could come and test this level at $2,045, which would be a second test. It probably would show its head a little bit and then come back down, and then we could go and test that 0.38 2% Fibonacci level, which eventually could create a bigger cup with a handle, and then an imminent breakout, a test of highs, or possibly this channel that I have drawn. So if it does create that cup and handle and then decides to go higher, we could go and test this uptrend line that is kind of has made off these topping tails, and then eventually we could actually make one go a little higher like that if this is the way it wants to trade. Oh, excuse me, right there. Let me just extend this out to kind of get a perspective of where it could be headed. So if I scroll back and it does start to develop this cup with a handle and a pop-up, we could test around this Fibonacci, which is the 0.78. It would definitely come to this 618, which happens a lot. So that's if it does, the bullish side does play out, which it very well could play out. I don't see why it wouldn't. Let me erase some of these lines just to see if we were to continue lower where it possibly could be headed. So if this little pattern doesn't develop into a bullish pattern, which I think it might, but I'm not a predictor. I just trade the lines and I follow the roadmap of this trading channels. So let me just look at this. If we do break down right here, this could also be considered a bear flag, as this right here. You see that flag? See how we broke down like that? Now it could be a bigger bear flag, as you see that, and it could break down again. If it does break down, it could test 3 times and then see a substantial bounce. Or if it does break and come down further, we possibly could, come straight down on some weird news and test this channel bottom. I'm not going to say it does, but it would coincide with this $141 level from way back in the day, from 8/6, so August. Is that August 6th? It would come back and test that level, which could definitely happen. So until it plays out, we won't know. Right now, it is consolidation with intermediate term bearish, but I would like to see it move on up along with a lot of the other crypto plays out there. So, but it is making this kind of bearish wedge until this breaks out over that 1600. It's considered bearish, in my opinion. If you beg to differ, you beg to differ, but that's just what the chart is saying, and it could be an inverse head and shoulders. So this little consolidation has to play out very soon. I would say no later than March 18th. So by the end of March, it's either going to rally up and break this level and start to become bullish with higher highs and higher lows, or it is going to be bearish and come down and test lower. So until that plays out, I am intermediate term bearish, which also this could be considered a larger consolidation bull flag. You see it's just consolidated, and then we need to see it pop up. So that's my take on Bitcoin Cash. Let's move to Bitcoin Gold and see what that is doing. Okay, so Bitcoin Gold. Oh, excuse me. Let me just erase that. Bitcoin Gold. Messing up all my lines. Hopefully that's right. Keep grabbing the wrong indicator. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Let me just make sure this is right now. There we go. Don't want to mess up the Fibonacci levels. Okay, as of right now, we are trading. Bitcoin Gold is trading at $109, and it is kind of looking like Bitcoin Cash. It's got these spikes like that one. Look how big this spike was, and then they sold off. This went all the way to $1,000 pretty much. I think the high is $998, or it probably went to the round point level of 1,000. Oh, here it is right here. $1,001 was the high, and 40 cents, I believe. So That was the high, and now we are trading 9 times the current value at $100.09 lower. So right now, since we had that spike, that must have been when it went on to Binance or one of the other marketplaces, and they sold off, kind of like Bitcoin Cash. I have drawn this wedge, as you can see. It's kind of going down here, and this could consolidate for some time. This might consolidate all the way till June or July before we see a breakout of any kind, or not. Or it could just be in this range, and the high could trade all the way to 241. If it does break that level, the next level we'd be looking at is around 383 to 373, somewhere around that range. And this little down wedge, if it breaks out, it could also consolidate in this little wedge chop fest area. Right now I am kind of just neutral on Bitcoin Gold. I do like it. I want to see it go lower, as it's still making lower lows. Here was the low, and it made a lower low right here, which is at $73. If we could see a retest and it hold, I would be a buyer of Bitcoin Gold. I am still looking for a position in Bitcoin Gold, and that's the reason I'm doing this technical analysis. I do believe if you're a bull, it needs to get over this high of 155, which could create a little pattern. That means this right here, this line, bad line, let me try that again. This line right here, see that line, would be its support. It did break this, which I'm sure it was just kind of like a little shakeout, which happens all the time, as it popped right back over support, and it's kind of holding support right here. If that does break down, then we could be looking at kind of like a downtrend channel, where I have this one kind of coinciding with this channel. You see that? This channel. This one, it kind of coinciding. So it could come down here, pop back. You know, it could just consolidate longer and then eventually pop up. So that's what we want to see develop if you're bullish. If you're bearish, then, you know, there's not much room to be bearish unless this really breaks down. But I don't know where it could head. I don't know if this would go to $1, if it's one of those crypto, you know, dollar stocks also, as there's still a lot of undefined risk and knowledge within some of these cryptos. But I do like this, and I don't think it's going to go to $1 by any means. I think the low is in, and if it wants to make another double bottom or triple bottom, then the buy zone would definitely be between $65 and $100 to buy, to consolidate before making its way up. I do like how high these Fibonacci levels go. If I scroll out for Bitcoin Gold, we could be looking at a high of, let me just go as far up as I could go. Look at this high. The Fibonacci's concur it to be at $4,000. That could be a prediction level. That's substantial amount gain. So if you can consolidate your buys and start to accumulate around these levels, and it does kind of do some sort of pattern like this, or maybe it doesn't go and test this level, maybe it does something like this. Let's just draw a little bit more. Maybe it does just bounce right there and create this like bull flag. See this like little bull flag right here, consolidates and then breaks out, and we just get a nice candle like these in the past. See how it just breaks out? These have nice candles, and it could even throw a little it could throw like some crazy breakout candle and throw a topping tail here and then sell off right here. And then maybe we chop and consolidate right here and then pop back up, which could very well happen the way this looks like it's traded. Because if you go back, these candles are pretty awesome. So if I can accumulate somewhere around this level, I think it's a great deal. So definitely check that out. As of right now, $109 is a good deal. So I'm going to be looking at taking a position here very soon on Bitcoin Gold, as I like it. If it does break this, maybe I will stop out at 100 and buy some more down here around the $67 to $70 level. It wouldn't be a huge stop loss for me. I might even just keep it and add or just accumulate. I hope it goes lower. It could just kind of stick a little tail out here, which I'm going to put some buys all over $70, $80 and see if I could get filled. So that's my plan with Bitcoin Gold. I would like to see a spike to dump. If it goes here, I would probably dump some at 253. That'd be an easy double and a half to triple to quadruple play. So, you know, Bitcoin Gold looks good to me. Looks easy, 3-bagger, 4-bagger, and a lot higher into the future. So if it does do this, look for these levels and look for it to do a shooting candle like these last ones, because these have some big candles and it's been doing this for some time. So Bitcoin Gold is a gold mine. So check it out and let me know what you think. I totally like Bitcoin Gold, and these prediction levels in the Fibonacci retracement are just unbelievable. I don't think I did this for Bitcoin Cash. I might go back over and just see what Bitcoin Cash says. But 4,000, I mean, it coincides with the $4,000 level perfectly for this Fibonacci. So that's my take. Intermediate bearish, but accumulation would be in progress. Also, too, if it does make some shoot up candle right here, it starts to consolidate. You could also look at it as like an inverse head and shoulders right here too. You see that would be the shoulder. This could be considered the head if that stays the low, and if it does something like this and then pops out of the channel and consolidates down the channel, this could be an inverse head and shoulders, and that could take it way further on up. So yeah, I like gold. I like this this Bitcoin Gold. And if I could predict it well enough with this technical analysis, it looks to me like it could be headed higher in the near future, way higher. So check that out, do your own due diligence, and tell me what you think below. Thanks, guys.